Hi friends, Paul here, taking a walk through the garden, August 17, checking out to see what's happening. And we've got some pretty big cabbages here. They seem to be pretty happy. Actually, they might be Brussels sprouts, I'm not 100% sure. And one leek, or a couple leeks, are going just in front of them. Behind the cabbages, we have some bush beans. They have completely taken over that area and seem to be doing quite well. I'm not sure how long it's going to be till they start producing, but not too long. The flowers are all on. We've got our tomato bush. This is actually about 6 different types of tomato plants with a string tied around them to turn it into a bush. No red tomatoes yet, but we did have a few that are starting. Here's my little radish patch, and I continually harvest from this patch. I like to just eat fresh out of the garden. We've got a few small peppers here. They're kind of being overshadowed by the tomatoes. And underneath the tomatoes, we have some basil, different kinds of basil. And we kind of, our theory is that the herbs, basil and chives, parsley, there's a little bit of parsley back there too, that they go good together with the tomatoes. So, been having some great weather. This week we're having some dry weather. My next step after taking this video is going to be to water the plants. Or maybe I'll do that tonight. It's usually better to water plants in the evening. So starting here, the onions were harvested, and I've got some bush beans in their place that are just coming up. The leeks are still going strong. We'll let them grow and probably until it freezes. We've got some more Brussels sprouts. I believe that's what it is. This bed here, the yellow flowers are mustard greens. I'm trying to put them out to seed, get some seeds out of them. The insects absolutely love this. You probably can see the butterflies, or I know those are actually going to be laying eggs that will create caterpillars, but we also have a lot of bees that might be a little bit harder for you to see. This garden is full of bees. So on this side of the mustard greens, we have celery or celeriac, I'm not 100% sure which. And I also have bush beans planted in any of the open spaces that are coming up. Kale, this is another plant that I just harvest as I need it. This is great, just quickly fried or braised in olive oil. Really an excellent meal. Behind the kale we've got some cabbages. There's a red one on the left, and the others might be a mixture of different types of brassica. On all of these brassicas I'm not really 100% sure what they are. You see all those pods right behind the cabbages? Those are radish plants. I think they're icicle radish. And the seeds are inside the pods, so I'm definitely trying to save some seeds from the icicle radish. Let me get around this plant here. The radishes are probably, actually I've picked some of the larger radishes that are going to seed and sliced them thin and fried them in olive oil, and they were quite good. So you can still harvest them even though they're at the seed, going to seed level. A couple of brassicas back there, another kale plant, Another little brassica. Those smaller brassicas might be the ones that I started from seed. I think most of the big ones are ones that we purchased from a store. And we got a few more radishes here, a couple of red cabbage, and at the end of this garden we've got a kale plant and a few more brassicas. And once again, I just try to continually plant something, either radishes or bush beans usually, and just trying to keep the ground covered. And with beans, they're nitrogen fixtures, so they should be improving the ground. Got one blueberry plant that's surviving. I would not say thriving. And in this area, I've got mainly pole beans. There are grapes mixed in with that too. Cucumbers not doing too good today. I think I got to give them some water, but could also be something else. That looks like water. A couple of brassicas, mustard greens in this area, and as we get further down, kale, and a lot of bush beans that I planted. Surprised the rabbits haven't gotten them yet. They tend to eat everything in this area. So I definitely have to get that cucumber plant some water. So coming here in my kind of shady garden, I've got a I'm not sure you can see that at all. I'm gonna get in the shade. I've got hops growing up here. The sun does come around and give this some sunshine. Let me switch. Got mustard greens back there. This is all mixed in with wild stuff, but got a pole bean climbing up there. And this has asparagus, and I planted garlic. That's for next year, actually. This is a tomato, I'm pretty sure, this tall one here. Got a little bit of a brassica starting here. I planted a lot of different things, and I'm not 100% sure what's going to be coming out here. And I have done the bush beans. They tend to get eaten pretty badly here. I mean, this is an example of what tends to happen. And I do have this tomato growing back there, starting to get bigger. This area is really short on sunshine, and so that's, I don't really expect a huge yield from this. It's more just trying to make a annual garden, try to mix a lot of annuals in here. I did have some strawberries. Strawberries didn't really take off too well. I've got a raspberry. This plant right here is a raspberry. I am going to get more and move them over in this area. And here are my strawberries. Many of the strawberries died. I had a lot of them. And this is not the right spot for strawberries, so I'm going to go with garlic, asparagus, hops, and just add some raspberries and then add some annuals. My bees, about a month ago, the number of bees that we could see as traffic really started to taper off and go down, and right now I do not think that there are any bees in there anymore, although if you watch you might see one come in or out, but I think that something caused my bees to die out. Certainly there's not much of a brood in there at this point. So, kind of sad, but on the other hand, the garden that is older, in other words, the garden with the bricks, the raised beds, that garden is doing absolutely fantastic. The rest of our ornamental garden is doing great. It's an absolutely beautiful summer, and we're quite happy about where we live and the environment that we've created. Thank you for watching.